Alright, so hey guys, so this is my second video on the channel, and yeah, also I forgot to say this last video, but I have two other channels. One is called Minecrafters and Sketchers. I wrote it in the comments for my last video, and I hope my videos are helping you out. But yeah, so we're gonna get right into this. So this is like the second part of intercepts, like x-intercept, y-intercept, that stuff. So I'm gonna go over here, right? I'm gonna let it load, right? And so I'm gonna start this. So this was from my previous video, right? And so now I'm gonna be creating another video. So, and honestly, I can create it right over here. So anyway, or you know what, I'll just make a new sketch. Check it. Alright, so I'm gonna get a new sketch up, and then I'm gonna basically explain to you. So I'm gonna do it blue, right? Make it black. All right. Okay. So we're ready. So I'm gonna be using a few different equations in this, right? And this stuff can definitely help you in 5th grade. All right. So there are different ways to do this, and I'm going to explain a lot of them. So I'm gonna make one of my equations, y equals let's do minus 3x plus 6. Right? That's gonna be our first equation. Our second equation will be 4x minus 6y equals 24, right? And you might have seen these equations before, but I'm just using it to demonstrate, right? And now we have to graph these, okay? And I'm also going to show you a very easy way to graph, right? Which makes it look a lot, and by a lot I mean like a lot neater, right? So anyways, let's see. I'm just thinking about how to explain this. Okay, so let's do it let's do it like this. Okay, so in this equation we can substitute the x right here for a 0, okay? So now minus 3 times 0 is 0. So in this case, this means y equals 6, right? And so now we have to solve for x, okay? So I'm gonna make x a little small. So I'm gonna do y equals minus 3x plus 6. I messed up that 3, but this time let's make this 0, right? So if y in this case equals 0, then we get the equation, we get that equation. So now for this to be true, x has to be 2, because minus 3 times 2 is minus 6, and minus 6 plus 6 is 0, so x equals 0. So right now the values we have is y equals 6 and x equals 2. And now we have to graph that, alright? So yeah, we have to graph this now. So I'm gonna make a line right there, and I'm gonna make a line going up. This is going to be x. This is going to be y. Okay? Okay, so now we can change this right here into 0. And we can change this into 0, 6. And we got 2 coordinates right there. Alright, so x equals 2. So let's just do 1 and 2. Okay? Right, and then we got y equals 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically, in this method of graphing, you don't have to do all the lines going down and down. You can just do as much as you need. Okay, and I'll just write the numbers down. You don't have to write the numbers. I'll just write them down. Okay, and now we can go up like that. Go up there. And so we get that point, around that point. Okay, this point is the graph. If you were asked to graph y equals minus 3x plus 6, this would be how you graph it. Okay? And okay, so yeah, sorry, I was doing something. If you were asked to graph that equation, this would technically not be right. So basically right now what you're changing the equation to is 2 and 6. Alright, so that is totally wrong. X that out, okay? Yeah, so this is not correct. Okay, I kind of erased the whole graph right there. But yeah, I'm just gonna erase. Oh my gosh, this is not working. Okay, there. That should be good. So, yeah. So that technically would not be correct because the 2 points you're getting right now are these two right here. Okay, and basically, yeah. So now I can make a line. Okay, that's not the straightest line. Okay. Oof. Nope. Mine looks terrible. Okay, so if you're doing this on paper, you obviously have a ruler, but I don't. Okay? So imagine you have a line like that, alright? So I don't have a ruler, but I did straighten it. Okay? And it's not exactly on the points, but you get the point of it, okay? So then this entire thing would be how you do that equation. Alright? So, and now we're going to do the next equation, alright? So I'm going to erase all this. You can always go back into the video. And remember that point over there is completely wrong. Don't ever do it. This is taking forever. Honestly, I'll just use an eraser. Okay, so forget that equation for now, right? You can always go back into the video to watch it, okay? But forget about that equation right now. Okay, so now we're working on that equation. So let's think about this. If we do x is 0, then we get 6y equals 24. Which means y equals 4. Now if we do y is 0, we get 4x equals 24, x equals 6. Now this equals 6, 0, this equals 0, 4. Alright, so now we're gonna make another graph. I kind of made this graph a little big, but okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's our graph right now. We got 1 point right over there. We got 1 point right over there. And now I'll just draw a line like that. Okay. I'll go back and try and draw a more straight line. And okay, so I made that straight, but that line's supposed to go there. It's just a little hard to, but that's the line. I can try again if you want. Okay. There we go. Okay, yeah. So that's a better line, and that's how the line should be. Now, but one thing that I forgot to mention in the last one is always make sure you have, I'm just going to extend that line there a bit. Always make sure you have an arrow on each side. That's important, okay? So, this is a different way to do y-intercepts and x-intercepts. And so make sure you know all of this before going on to the next part of the video. It's not necessary, but you should know this now, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and erase all of this. Okay, now we're gonna get to our next part of the video. Okay, so our next part of the video is domain. That's one, and then there's range. Okay, so sing that in. There's domain, and then there's range. So I'm going to tell you a bit about what domain and range is, and it's very important. So now we're talking a little into functions. So I decided to do this on the same video. They're not exactly the same topic, but I just decided to do them on the same video. So I hope you don't mind. If you're just trying to learn about intercepts, then you only have to watch the first half of the video. And if you're trying to learn about domain and range, you can watch the second part of the video. Alright? So basically, I'm just going to write down a quick definition of this. So I'm going to go ahead, take my eraser, take that out, and in smaller words write domain. And now the definition of this is the set of input values of a function or relation. Okay? So in simpler words, oops, not the eraser. Nope, give me the eraser. Come on. Okay. In simpler words, domain is X, range is Y. Okay? That's in simpler words. So yeah, that's basically what domain and what range means. And yeah, so now we're gonna do a few problems. Okay, so I'm gonna keep that there for you, and we're gonna take 5 sets of coordinates. So let's do 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 5, 1, nope, I already did 1, 4, 1, 3, and then 2, 4. Alright? And now we're going to do something called a mapping diagram. Okay? So I'm going to draw, it may not be the best drawing, but that's that, and that's that. Okay? And honestly, I'll try to draw it a bit neater. Okay? I'm gonna make one line like that, one line like that, one line like that, one line like that. Oh, sorry. Can I get back here? One line like that. Oops, that's terrible. One line like that. Nope. Line like that. Oh my gosh, this is like actually really annoying. So, I'm just trying to make it easier, like a little more neat. That's fine, and then I'll just draw one more. Okay? So we got this right now, and basically what these two boxes are called together are a mapping diagram. Okay? So, this is called a mapping diagram. So now let's look at the 5 coordinates we have right there. We have 1 and 4. So x is always the domain. So this would be domain. That would be range. Right? So you can label these x and y. So the domain would be 1, 2, and that's it. Because we have 1 repeating here, and we have 2 repeating in 3 places. So you only do 1 time. And I specifically picked these coordinates to show you. And then we have 4, we have 3, and we have 5. Right? So now, 1 goes with 4. So, I'm gonna pick this. 1 goes with 4. 2 goes with 3. 2 also goes with 5. 1 also goes with 3. And 2 also goes with 4. And so this is how you would list a mapping diagram. Okay, so, yeah, so I think I'm gonna end the video here. And I'll give you more examples of this. But this is so this video would be split into 2 parts. One is about like x and y, and basically basically that kind of stuff would be in this, and yeah. So my first part is x and y intercepts, and my second part is about domain, range, and mapping diagrams, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna erase all of this, and I'm gonna click on that. Okay, so I hope you liked this video. Remember to check out my other channel. It's Minecrafters and Sketchers. And I hope you're learning from my videos. And yeah, so I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you're enjoying my new channel.